Oh, well, good morning. Good morning. Y'all, I'm off today too. Good morning. Happy Monday. Good morning to you all. Happy Monday. I just wanted to come here and still do my show because some people might still have to work today. So that's why I was like, dang. I said, do I want to come up on here and do a show this morning or not? Y'all, I'm off today as well. And I was like, well, I could just wake up and do my show and go right back to sleep. So that's going to be my plans. While I was actually preparing for my show and listening over other videos that I had missed last night, I was taking my ribs out of the freezer to thaw out. I'm going to be doing some Instapot ribs today, y'all. Do them bad boys up in the Instapot, y'all, they be done in 45 minutes. You hear me? 45 minutes, they be done. Then all you have to do is you can coat them bad boys up in some barbecue sauce and then either throw them up in the air fryer or throw them up in the oven for a few minutes. And when you do them ribs up in the Instapot, y'all, the meat be so tender it fall right off the bone. So if y'all doing any type of ribs today for Memorial Day, and you really just don't want to waste a whole bunch of time with it unless you just want to go out to the grill, try your Instapot, y'all. Try your Instapot. So yes, let me go ahead and say good morning to everyone. Good morning to Tracy. How in the hell are ya? Good morning to Daniel Berry Sports. Good morning to Dre Day. Good morning to CMAC TV. Good morning to Sally Mistaken. She said she got up early just for me. Thank you. I feel so special. Y'all got up for me. Well, I got up for y'all. You hear me? I'm off today too, but I got up just for y'all. Good morning, Tuddy. Good morning, Vashti. Good morning to everybody here. Yes, y'all, I have this called Welcome to the J.Dunngeon. The J.Dunngeon. And I do have to give credit where credit is due, y'all. So the J.Dunngeon is what you have witnessed here in the recent days. With me having to fight people. With me having to flag people. With me having to strike people. When I get in this mode, we are going to call this the J.Dunngeon. And I have to give credit where it's due because Trish, of all people, Trish, hush, Trish, actually gave me this name. And I was over there up on her channel. It was earlier, this morning, or like the middle of the night. And I was on her channel. I was just listening because I'm not saying it to be shady, but y'all, a lot of times Trish's live is typically pretty calm and relaxed to be able to listen as ambient noise to fall asleep. And I ended up clicking on her link and she brought the name J.Dunngeon to me. Now I call this area for me the pressure room. That's why we have the thermometers. What's good, Brixton Bay? Good morning. Good morning, all of y'all. This is the reason why we have the thermometers, because this is the pressure room and we always need the thermometer to check the temperature, to check the pressure. However, I thought that the J.Dunngeon was cute as well. So right now, we have witnessed an all-out battle with me having to protect not one channel, but two channels. And I was having to protect my two channels from Ness and the Finessers. I was having to protect my two channels from about 10 to 15 other people. And they was just coming at me left and right, y'all. And I think that they just wanted me to be a sitting duck, or they thought that I was not going to fight. But I had to fight, and I fought a good fight. Now, over there at Trish's, it was me, Trish, T Latte, and what's his name? Peeper of Game. Yes, welcome to the J.Dunngeon. And Trish did give me that. I gotta keep reiterating it because I ain't got time for Trish to get jealous and say that I stole her name. I didn't give her credit and all this. No, Trish came up with that. But me, Trish, T Latte, and people were over there just shooting the shit for a little bit and talking about the events at hand. Grown Folks TV had clicked Trish's link and came up there trying to talk. He was trying to be friendly and buddy. Y'all, ain't it funny that these people that talked about trying to sodomize me and do all this wicked ass mess to me in the past, now they trying to give me kudos and accolades and trying to pat me on the back and all this kind of stuff because Ness is gone or because Ness channel is gone. Y'all, I find that weird and I find it fake as hell. As soon as he clicked Trish link and tried to get up there, I hurry up and drop down. And he got up there trying to give me a attaboy. Oh, he tried to call me the new queen of the beef sector. I don't want to be the queen of shit. I ain't no queen of nothing. And don't you call me that either. What's good, Sophie? Good morning. I'm not trying to be the queen of nothing. But he came up there trying to pat me on the back. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, you are the same motherfucker that has always said evil, vile stuff to me. Get out my damn face. And that's how I feel. Because I never been one of those fake and phony people that would just, like, turn the other cheek just because. But it's let me know that he definitely fake and phony. I don't need nothing from you. I've been doing my own thing up on YouTube while you was talking about sodomizing me, and even after the fact. When you was over there trying to dox me, even after the fact. When you was over there trying to say all this weird ass mess about me on your channel, and even after the fact. What Queen Latifah used to say on Living Single, you know how Queen Latifah used to be like, Khadijah, don't need you. That's how I felt. When he came up there trying to talk to me, the first thing that went through my head was, Khadijah, don't need you. And I was up in my whole Queen Latifah era. Khadijah, don't need you. J.Dunn, don't need you. So, yeah, that was that. But while I was up there talking to people and T Latte, for all of y'all, I'm sure that y'all remember that T Latte was was forced by Ness to pick choose between me and Ness. And T Latte was acting like she was having a hard time with all that, even though Ness was forcing her to choose. And if y'all remember, I told T Latte, I said, just go ahead and go with Ness. I said, just go be with Ness. Go over there, be with Ness. Well, recently T Latte been trying to comment in my comment section, and then me and her talked up on Trisha's panel, and I let T Latte know that I understand that she is homeless now. Remember, T Latte was having a hard time choosing, and so I told her to go ahead and go over there, since she was being forced to make a choice. So she went over there. Now she homeless, so she was over there with Trish, sitting on Trisha's panel. Y'all, ain't it funny how a lot of these damn finesses that used to sit over there all night long, now they scattered like roaches, y'all. I'm dying laughing. Were they over there trying to sit on the panels with people that I ain't never even seen them sit before? Now, I will say, Trish did say to T Latte, always come over there. Trish said, don't do T Latte because T Latte didn't always be a supporter. But I was just like, T Latte, what you doing over here with Trish? Why? Because you can't sit over there no more? Y'all, even to the fact of how the finesses tried to bombard Lemon's live last night. And Tracy, shout out to you, Tracy. Shout out to motherfucking you. Because how the finesses tried to raid Lemon's panel last night and was mad that he was letting me up there with the banner. But this is the thing, Tracy. You asked a very valid question. You did. Now, Lemon don't have me blocked up in this chat. So, yeah, I was typing up in the chat. I felt like there wasn't a problem. And see, this is the thing. This is the thing with this whole situation with Lemon. Because he wants y'all to block me out the chat. But then he also wants a heads up about things. Let me say that again. He wants Tracy, Sour Patch, all of his moderators to block me out the chat so that I can't type in his chat. But then he want the heads up about things if somebody about to attack his ass. Now how that work? You can't have it both ways, Lemon. Either you want me to have access to your chat for me to be telling you something, or you don't. Then he talking about, well, I need to be blocked out of his chat. Good morning, Dreamy Jean. He said I need to be blocked out of his chat, but he want me to be able to click his link. So you want to force me to have to click your link? Is that what it is? Because if you really don't give a damn about anything that I have to say or anything that I have to contribute, you don't want me to be able to type it, but you want me to be able to click the link to tell you. And I think it's amazingly funny how these people keep talking about all the money that Lemon lost while he wasn't on that channel, while he wasn't on his main channel for 7 days. Well, y'all could talk about all the money that he lost according to y'all, but guess what? He earned what? 20 of them dollars back. Was it $20 that they dropped me down for? Yeah, $19.99. So y'all could say that he lost all this money because of the 7 days he had to sit down because of the strike that I gave him. But he got 20 of them dollars back. Because, somebody had paid to drop me down. I guess they thought I was supposed to have a fit about it. No, I'm not having a fit about this. Because at the end of the day, I noticed that people were getting very, very irritated and agitated at the fact that I was there. The fact that the finesses didn't have nowhere else to be. Look at Lemon's numbers. Let's start there. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I felt a sneeze coming on. I wasn't sure if it was about to come, but I think it done went away. Let me drink my coffee. Let me tell you, Tracy, and this fool don't even realize it. His numbers were great because I knocked Ness off the board. But this motherfucker don't even realize when somebody's helping him. This is the reason why I be saying that Lemon is ungrateful and he's dumb. He don't understand that my actions actually helped him out, which my actions have always helped him out. My actions have always helped him when he was trying to get monetized, when he was trying to figure out how to do StreamYard. He was trying to set up his AdSense check. He was trying to figure out how to do the members only. He was trying to figure out how to do XYZ. My actions have always assisted him and benefited him, and he don't even realize that if it were not for my actions, he wouldn't have had the numbers that he had last night. He don't realize it. And then that's whenever I have to sit back and I be like, is he stupid? And I ain't even trying to insult the man, but I'm just like, is he stupid? He really don't understand. And it's like the people up in his chat, his moderators, all of these people, they like, oh, don't let her up, block her out the chat. But what have y'all done to help the channel? I'll wait. Most of the people that was talking about, well, don't let her up, block her out the chat, them the same ones that was actually taking your numbers away from you going over there with Ness and the finesses. Them was the same ones that when they had the option between you and Ness, they went over there to Ness's. Y'all don't hear me, though. Y'all don't hear me. And clearly, he don't hear me either. But what I do know is that if I got to be blocked out of his chat, then it don't make no sense for me to be clicking the StreamYard link. He over there scared as hell with his channel, throwing shit up on members only, throwing shit up on private, doing all this stuff. What's good to get over you? Good morning. Doing all this stuff because he's scared. Now, the few times that I done clicked this link recently, it was for me to make him calm down and be like, hey, ain't nobody about to bother your channel. Specifically to let him know that I wasn't about to bother his channel, because I think one of the first times that I clicked this link, It was because Demon Soul had said activate Jake. Demon Soul was like, Jake, activate. And he thought I was about to attack him. So I clicked the link trying to let him know I ain't about to attack you. Then even now with this whole thing with Ness channel, he's scared. He could say he ain't scared, but he's scared. Because he got a whole bunch of chaos. He called it control chaos. Ain't nothing controlled about anything going on over there. Nothing about it is controlled. And please like my video. I have pinned that at the top, y'all. That pinned comment is reminding y'all to like my video. So please like my video. Thank you. Because I'm up here. I'm up on the holiday morning talking to y'all. And talking to y'all that need to be getting ready for work. Oh, and see, ghetto viewers at work. See, ghetto viewers at work. But I be trying to keep him in the know about what's going on, but I'm trying to figure out how in the hell am I supposed to help him if y'all want to get me blocked out of the chat. The first time he tried to block me out of the chat is actually because Ness was up on his link and Ness had said, block her, Lemon. Block her. Tracy, I already know. And again, like they was trying to call me a snake over there. And I'm like, I'm not a snake at all to Lemon. Because I always say what I'm going to do. If I ain't told you that I'm going to do it, then I ain't did it. But if I come through and I say, this is what I'm about to do, then yeah, I'm probably about to do it. I'm going to do it. Even with this mess going on, Lemon really need to understand that it's some people right now that's after Ness. And Ness is not going to try to help him. Ness is not going to try to assist him. Ness ain't trying to do none of that. And he needs to understand that. I witnessed last night Ness get up there and try to tell Lemon about his competition, his talent show. Tell Lemon not to do the talent show because Queen 88, if Queen 88 is in it and she don't win, then Queen 88 and the Judge Fifi is going to come and flag his channel. That they was going to collect all these hyperlinks to flag him. Now, ain't nowhere Queen 88 and Judge Fifi ever said that. But Ness wanted to get up there and put the fear in Lemon's heart. Ness is in the mindset currently that because her channel is down and she ain't got no channel really, that she don't want Lemon to be able to enjoy his channel. Let's start there. It's all jealousy. It's jealousy underneath the guise of help. It's jealousy underneath the guise of concern. She ain't concerned about that man channel. Just on Uppitys, Ness already had revealed that that's what her moderators did to Pizarro's channel. Got all these hyperlinks and got all these timestamps so that Ness could mess with Pizarro's channel at any given point, whether Pizarro private the video or not. Because Ness want to have the upper hand of Pizarro's channel. And that's the same type of fear that she just tried to put up in Lemon last night. And then not only that, when Octavius got up there trying to gloat about flagging that woman's channel, Octavius got up there with the receipts to gloat about flagging Judge Fifi channel and copyrighting Judge Fifi's channel. When he got up there bragging about that, I clicked the link. I said, Lemon, don't let him bring this over here. Because again, yes, I could type up in the chat, but I needed Lemon to understand what's going on because again, Lemon be too busy on his live for about 10 or 11 hours that he miss everything. He be missing everything because he be on there for so long. But he think that I need to be blocked out of his chat for what? Not only that, but the ungrateful bastard, and yes, I called him an ungrateful bastard. I gave him a $2 super chat last night. Nets ain't give him shit. I actually sent that ungrateful bastard $2 super chat. And I said, this is to drop Dory and this. Do y'all know with me sending him a $2 super chat that he ignored my $2 and he still let Ness and Dory be up there? But then somebody could send him $20, $19.99 to drop me, and then he ready to drop me. But what about my $2? What about my $2? And again, if I have it up on my spirit to give him another $2 later, if I'm blocked out of the chat, I can't give him no $2. I can't give him $2. Has Shakim been blocked out of the chat? That's one question. Because Nessun Door was up there hell bent for me to be blocked out of his chat, and then the Sour Patch raggedy self, I don't like her. My God. But they want me to be blocked out, but I'm trying to figure out, is Shakim blocked out? Or can he come and type? I'll wait. What in the hell is all this scrutiny about me and what I do at my computer? Where I go, what I type and all this, if I ain't being respectful? Because at the end of the day, the only person that's been trying to look out for him and help him is me. Now, I'm going to always make sure that I get my point across the way that I have to get my point across. And it's really unfortunate because I wouldn't even have to get my point across in that manner if Lemon would have just been able to listen and respect what I was saying without me having to be harsh. It reminds me of, good morning, Klondike. Good morning, everybody. Y'all, honestly, it reminds me of growing up. Y'all know up in the black household, well, when your mama be trying to tell you something, when she's saying it nice to you as a child, y'all don't pay it no attention. Y'all look past it. You do whatever in the hell that you want to do, even though your mom is being so nice and soft-spoken. Don't do that. Don't touch that. Don't do that. Don't touch that. But then eventually your mama got to snap on your ass and be like, girl, if you don't sit your ass down and stop trying to touch my stove before you get burnt. You know how that works. Or when you were a teenager and your mom is being nice to you, trying to tell you something that's to your benefit, you don't want to listen, you think you know better, or you might even want to talk back. Until your mom be like, girl, I brought your ass in this world, I'll take your ass out. Then you have to start paying attention, right? How many black mamas out there have to talk to their kids like that? How many people remember when they black mamas had to talk to them like that? What's good, Suki? How many? Because sometimes when you just trying to talk nice and sweet to the person, they don't listen. They disregarding what you said. Used to be, it was one time when my mom had told me, because I had talked back, y'all, and I had to be, I was a teenager, I know. And I remember one time she said, I slapped the hell out of you. Y'all, I shut the hell up. She said, I slapped the hell out of you. I shut up. I ain't say nothing else. I just started listening. Which, why in the hell did my mama have to say that to me for me to just shut up and listen? But she had to do that. She had to do it. And she used to tell me, I hate to have to even say anything like that to you, but sometimes you don't even respect or comprehend what I'm saying until I talk to you like that. And I was like, yeah, mama, you're right. You're right. That taught me a lesson because I ain't never want her to try to slap the hell out of me. I ain't want it. And I say all that to say because for easily the last year, I've been very soft-spoken with Lemon. I'm like, I understand his drinking problem. I understand his grief with his brother. I understand all these things. And I sit there and I try to understand him. But then after a certain point, when I'm reaching my breaking point, and I'm like, well, what? Well, look, what about XYZ? And then he's still trying to cuss me out and stuff. At some particular point, then I'm going to have to talk to him like a dog in the street. Or treat him like a dog in the street. If you're going to be treating me like an op, then I might have to treat you like an op. Now, do I want to treat you like an op? No. But sometimes it feel like to me, he didn't understand or comprehend anything until I had to treat him like an op. This is the reason why this title is called Welcome to the J.Dunngeon. Now, for me to be, because I heard that whole conversation about me being blocked out, y'all. And I was right there, and I was like, oh, so they waiting on me to type something up in here so that they can snipe me. I said, oh, that's what they waiting on. I said, well, I ain't going to give them the satisfaction. I'm just going to stay here and listen. And I just listened to all this, and I listened to this backpedaling and pussy pop, and I listened to all this hemming and hawing. I listened to it, and I'm just like, okay. Then I did click his link. But y'all, he was so busy doing whatever he was doing up on his panel. I don't even think he saw me back there. And I'm actually happy that he didn't see me, because before he saw me to let me up, I changed my mind and I got off the link. Because I was actually going to get on that link and I was going to let him know. I was going to say, wait a second. So you want me to be blocked out because why? Why exactly? Or you want me to be blocked out because so that I will have no course but to click your link, so that then once I click your link, people could pay me down? Is that the scheme that you're trying to run? Is that the scam that you're trying to do? What's going on? For you to say that my voice should be stifled up in a motherfucking chat, but my voice should not be stifled up on your panel, because you know my voice up on your panel will definitely keep your name circulating. Please. The fact that my voice up on your panel will mean that somebody might get ready to pay me down, which means money up in your pocket. So you can never complain about you losing money in 7 days. Please. You ain't lost shit. If anything, you had already got advance pay on what you lost. Let's start there. Whatever you might have lost in this 7 days, you already paid in advance for it. That's why when you hear me how about whatever, I don't give no fuck about it, just like I don't give no fuck about next. I was listening to Jay Wilson's replay, and please like my video, y'all. And actually, let me go through these comments real quick before I move on. Y'all, I'm putting a pin in it, and that's on Jay Wilson's. Y'all remind me of that if I forget. Let me look up here and see these comments. Okay, so Vash is saying that Treese is a legend on the streets and has such a huge heart. And then Klondike said kids only understand when the mom is cussing them out. Correct. Vash said sometimes all you got to do is get that look from them and you know what time it is. No words needed. Klondike said my mom would give me the eye and an old boy. Brixton said, when I get aggressive, my kids know I mean business because I'm a pushover 99% of the time. Brixton also said, yes, my mom had that look. And when she did it, we knew right then and there to sit our behinds down and hush no matter where we were. Correct. And then Sophie said it's just disappointing. Correct. So I was replaying one of Jay Wilson's lives from yesterday. And Ness got up there about her channel. She over there crying to Jay Wilson. She been crying everywhere to everybody, and I just laugh when I hear it. But one thing specifically that I heard her try to say, like she really think that she gonna do some bull mess. She said that she ready to get law enforcement involved. Why? Because you violated the community guidelines of YouTube. You gonna get law enforcement involved because why? Because I reported your content, which is what we are supposed to do on YouTube. Because I reported your content on multiple occasions and you ended up getting your channel snatched. Because I followed the guidelines on YouTube and I held you accountable for the fuck shit that you had on your panel. And so now you need to get law enforcement involved. Now see, and this is the thing. This is why I hate when people be selling these wolf tickets, because Ness, and I want any of your finesses that's here to hear me good. I got every motherfucking email that YouTube done ever sent me with you messing with my channel. I got the last email that YouTube sent me where you admitted to being under the influence and being in rehab on this motherfucking application. I got every damn receipt of text messages as well as receipts of your channel when you was over there allowing Dimples to dox me on your shit. When you allowed Dimples to be up on your panel, up on your members only to try to dox my homeowners association. Where you and Dimples was over there planning on writing letters and writing emails and making phone calls to harass the people of my homeowners association so that y'all could try to interfere with where I lay my head. I got all of that in my arsenal, and you know that I do because I had posted on my backup channel, one of my backup channels, and you struck it down for copyright infringement, but I still got the original copy. If we really gonna talk about law enforcement, oh, all of that's gonna have to come out. All of that will have to come out into the wash. Because at the end of the day, y'all were over there plotting and doxing these good old white people of my homeowners association. And just like what I said when I made my video back then, y'all saying these names of people because they strangers to y'all, but I know them people because I've been living here for 10 years. So if you want to do this law enforcement game, then it can go both ways. Because again, I got the evidence and the receipts where you allowed Dimples up on your social media platform. You started it off as a members only live. Then you made it public until I had to flag it down. And that's one of the reasons why you got one of those strikes and warnings, strikes against you up on your channel, because I had to snatch that video down because you was over there doxing the homeowners association, you and Dimples. But Dimples want to call me a dirty bitch. No, the dirty bitch is Dimples, who came to your channel with that foolishness instead of putting it on her channel. Instead of Dimples doing the live and saying all that up on her channel so that she could be held accountable for it, she brought her ass to your channel, said the shit on your channel. Then once I struck it down, then you had a problem. That wasn't no false flag. No false flag at all. So when you think you doing these wolf tickets and this dog whistle about law enforcement, I witnessed Dimples dox 4 people from my homeowners association. One of the names that she read, I actually know that person personally. You hear me? Do you hear me? I think one of the things too that makes Ness even a bigger idiot, because when me and her were on speaking terms, it was in February when we were on speaking terms. It was one day I was talking to her. She was talking about how she had just moved into a new address. Oh yeah, so Judge Fifi, the address that you do have up, that ain't the right one. She done moved. But she was talking about how she had moved into her new address and how she was getting settled in the new place and all this. And I was letting her know that I was in the process of trying to decide if I wanted to buy this condo in which I live. I told this to Ness on a private line. If I'm in the process or possibly in the process of trying to buy this condo, then you damn well know that them people that y'all doxed over there up on your members only, and then you put the video on public, you damn well know that I know most of them people that y'all was listening off over there doxed. But see, Ness, she be so hell bent on doing whatever she do that she becomes stupid in the process. Because I sure did tell Ness that I was thinking about buying. I had talked to Ness about the fact that I had went to the bank to see what I needed to do and all this kind of stuff. So I'm in touch with many of those people on the homeowners association that y'all doxed. And all I had to do was politely hit up YouTube, send up an email, do what I need to do, fill out the form, and YouTube snatch that video down. And no, that wasn't false. It wasn't a false flag. It wasn't a false strike. It was because you were doing something that was against the community guidelines while also doxing people in your members only. Doxing innocent people that ain't even up on YouTube in your members only, you and Dimples. And then you had the balls to make the video public so that that entire information could be spread to your 17,000 subscribers. Oh, I reported all of that. Please like my video. Reported it all. And again, I recorded it before I motherfucking flagged you to take it down. So law enforcement about what? Law enforcement about who? Oh, okay. Every single chat that I did with YouTube and every single email correspondence I kept. When I chatted with them, I made sure they emailed me the transcript so that I could have the evidence of why I was even chatting with them and what it was for, what it was about. But again, you butt hurt because you did not obey the community guidelines on here. Your butt hurt because you got caught slipping. Your butt hurt because you thought that you could be able to dox me or try to mess with where I lay my head at night and all this kind of stuff, and you thought I wasn't going to do nothing about it. I've never been a passive person. Never. I've never been a snake. Once I knew that that's what you did, that was the first thing that I did to mess with your channel, and I had every motherfucking right to do it. Good morning, Michelle. Every right. Good morning, Diddy Love. I had every right to do it, every grounds to do it, and I have the proof of why I did it. Then as far as that other one, what that last one that you just got on Friday, with them people using the F word that rhyme with maggot and talking about the kids and all this stuff and talking about unaliving people's mamas and all this weird ass mess. Girl, that's documented too. And I had every right to report that video. I had every right to flag that video. YouTube even saw that I had every right to flag it. That's why they took it down. That's why they took it down. All the panel discussions that happened after you had got taken down like that, and the many people that admitted on panels about what was said and the language that was said, not only that, you knowing dang well that the language was not right. All of that is documented. So law enforcement about what? Jay Wilson's video. As soon as I finish this live broadcast, I plan to go ahead and download that video as well so that I can show that you were only trying to be malicious because you lost your channel because you didn't follow the rules of YouTube. You didn't follow the rules, the community guidelines. You did not follow the rules when it comes to copyright infringement. You damn sure didn't follow the rules as far as trying to dox people or allowing Dimples on your platform to dox people. You are the channel holder. It is your responsibility for whatever happens up on your platform. The only person's responsibility is yours. Based on what you and Dimples did up on that receipt that I got alone, it's 4 motherfuckers that's in my homeowners association that could go to law enforcement about you. Because again, you and Dimples did that and you had a subscriber count of over 17,000 people that you and Dimples did that with. That you and Dimples put that information out on. You and Dimples gave that information to over 17,000 subscribers that you had on that channel. And you don't think that they have grounds for law enforcement as well? Yes, Big Mama. She talking about she ready to go to law enforcement because she lost her motherfucking channel because she wasn't following the rules. Make it make sense. And please like my video, y'all. I did pin the comment up there for y'all to like the video as y'all come in. Definitely like the video. Yes, over there on Jay Wilson, she was up in her fifis. All the way up in her fifis. And only because of the climate in which we are in, I would have had that queued up and I would have had it ready for you. But I know that I know how to tell a great story and tell an accurate story and tell the truth. So I was like, I don't need to use Jay Wilson video. But Jay Wilson, I think you need to be careful with her over there as well. Because I also watched your replay where she was over there going at iBabe. I watched your replay this morning, the same replay that I'm talking about, in which she's talking about law enforcement, where she used the racial slur to describe Tulsa's husband. She don't need to be on there using no racial slur to describe that white man that Tulsa is married to. That's against the community guidelines, Jay Wilson. Just so you know. And the racial slur that she used to describe Tulsa's husband, the hints that I could give you is Ritz, saltine, Graham. Just fill in the blank. Ritz, saltine, Graham. Fill in the blanks. But she said over there up on your platform and used that hate speech to describe Tulsa's white husband. Again, violating the community guidelines over there up on your channel. Oh, yes, she did. Oh, yes, she did. But Jay Wilson is saying that I'm a detriment to his channel. I don't need to be able to click his link. And Jay Wilson, you a damn lie. Good morning, Just Lovely and Very Carrie. You a damn lie. And y'all, can y'all fill in the blank? Did anybody know how to fill in that blank? Ritz, saltine, Graham. Thank you, Big Mama. Correct. Correct. She over there calling, not the cheese part, but the first word. Yes. And she over there saying that up on Jay Wilson's as if that's not derogatory language, hate speech used towards white people. But Jay Wilson says that I'm the problem and I don't need to be able to be on his platform. But she was just spewing that right there over there. Correct, Just Lovely. She's spewing it, but he said I'm the problem. Oh, okay, Jay Wilson. Okay. Now then, Jay Wilson said that I'm able to type in his chat. Oh, Ness did that. Ness went on Jay Wilson's and did that. Ness got into an argument with Tulsa, and y'all know Tulsa is married to a white man. So Ness started using that word against Tulsa's husband. And Jay Wilson, I guess he let it slide because he didn't realize that that's still considered hate speech. That's considered racial hate speech, Jay Wilson. Maybe you haven't been reading your emails, Jay Wilson. And if you haven't been reading your emails, you need to start. And I'm tired of you lying saying that I have the ability to type in your chat because, see, this right here, this is a prime example of why Lemon trying to get me to not be able to type up in his chat. But when I heard that replay over there at Jay Wilson's this morning, and I heard Ned say that about Tulsa's husband, now one part of me could have just typed up in his comments and say, Jay Wilson, she just used this language. But you know, Jay Wilson has me blocked on every channel that I have. So even if I had caught it live and I want to say, hey, Jay Wilson, you need to stop her from saying this, I wouldn't have been able to do it. But Jay Wilson will sit there and lie and act like that I can type up in this chat when he know damn well I ain't been able to type up in this chat in years since that whole fiasco about his phone number. So I couldn't even warn him about that. But let me see what Dear Self said. Oh, and good morning, Dear Self. She said, I think you should report Jay Wilson channel because he allowed and said that BS about you. Well, I be trying to give people heads up. But when they don't allow me to be able to type or make a comment, then how do you give people heads up? I'm not trying to cause no trouble with Jay Wilson. But I am letting Jay Wilson know that because Ness lost her channel about violating the community guidelines, she turned around and went right over there to his channel and violated the community guidelines on his channel. But he seemed to be so smart. Ryder lives, if y'all up in the bushes, go ahead and let him know what he over there doing. Because I ain't playing with nobody. Don't act like I'm the biggest problem up in the world up on your channel when the very person that just lost her channel came on your channel doing the same stuff. Good morning, Black Strawberry Apple. Good morning to everybody. So, yeah, there's that. But so essentially, yeah, the people over there at Limits want me to be blocked out. Okay, well, let me be blocked out then. Let me be blocked out. But yeah, so that's what I heard over there. So one other thing that I saw yesterday. So the lady Judge Fifi, she did do some type of expose on this, y'all. But she did the expose on her backup channel, not her main channel. Because October, aka Octavius, been messing with her main channel because of the expose that she did on him. She had to go to her backup channel with some type of expose about Ness. And it's really unfortunate because initially she had it scheduled for like 2:00 p.m. But I guess when she was dealing with Octavius messing with her channel, she had to keep switching the time. Before I knew it, she had that thing scheduled for midnight on her backup channel. Y'all, I fell asleep before she even did it. I fell asleep. But once I woke up, I did catch the replay. I did catch the replay, y'all. And all of her stuff she said was public record. But it seems like it's a shitload of court documents and court cases in relation to this. What do they call those people? The ambulance chasers. Have y'all heard of that term, ambulance chasers? Y'all know how people, like, they might be up in a car accident or something like that, and then they try to sue everybody, to nickel and dime everybody about the one car accident. Or the people that might deliberately have car accidents on purpose in order to be able to nickel and dime the insurance companies and things like that. Are those people called ambulance chasers, y'all? Let me know. Because when I watched her replay that she had on her backup channel and she was presenting all these court documents, it seems that there might be some ambulance chase activity going on to nickel and dime the insurance companies, nickel and dime the chiropractor's office, nickel and dime the back of, I guess, the doctor that specializes in the backs and stuff, nickel and dime. And this is just based on what I saw. Now this was, okay, Dear Self said no, those are references to the lawyers. Well, what's the reference? What do they use for the people who do this and kind of try to make a career out of it? What is that called? Is there a name for them? Is there a name for those types of people? Because allegedly, and I just say allegedly because all this is alleged. Now, I saw the name on the paperwork. The name absolutely matched up with Ness's government name. However, maybe it's more people up in the world with Ness's government name. But all of those documents that lady was pulling up was just about her trying to get $8,000 here from this insurance company about an accident. Her suing, trying to get this $2,000 there because of the back complications. Her trying to get this, that, and the third. And then even a judgment where we knew that her mama evicted her, y'all, but I had no idea that her mama ended up having to sue her too. Allegedly, according to them documents over there that was on the backup channel for Judge Fifi, not only did the mama have to evict her, but then the mama also had to sue her for whatever money was owed. And Judge Fifi had a final judgment document that was produced in 2023. Good morning, Trademark Fortune. Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. Please like my video. So it seemed that a final judgment happened where she is paying back her mama. And y'all, again, this is all allegedly because I read the name on the documents that Judge Fifi was putting out here, y'all. I read the name on the documents, but again, it could be multiple people that have the same names. So it could not be her. Even though it said her government name, it could be somebody that have the same name as her. Who knows? But I do know that that's what came out in the wash. I do know that the midnight show that she did that I caught the replay on, that was just part 1. And she said that she coming out with a part 2 here shortly. She actually said that because today is the holiday, that's why she ain't doing her part 2. She said that she was going to enjoy her holiday today, which I think everybody should. And I guess she said on Tuesday or Wednesday, she's going to come out with her part 2. Which I don't know what that part 2 is going to be. I'm just telling you what I know. But I think it's interesting how after I had just saw that, then I went and watched Jay Wilson's replay. And Ness was talking about law enforcement against me. But then she got this she allegedly has this whole history of doing all these little nickel and dime suits and stuff. Nickel and dime suit. Even Judge Fifi was saying that she could get the documents about the y'all. Judge Fifi found one document too, y'all, which lets me know that she just might be Sue happy. My mama used to call them Sue happy people. And if this was her document, because again, I'm going to say allegedly, she tried to sue her place of employment, y'all. And Judge Fifi had that document right there. Sue her place of employment for workplace discrimination. And if I'm not mistaken, that court document was from, I think this particular court document, according to what it said, the suit was filed on January 7th, 2025. Let me say that again. January 7th, 2025. A suit against the employer for workplace discrimination. Ain't that something? But then it does remind me, y'all. I remember that it was a story that was being told over there. And this is on Ness's channel. That's no longer existed. I don't know. I think it's gone by. She said it's not gone. Well, some people say it's not gone. She said it's gone. I don't know. But do any of y'all remember her telling a story that she was working for one company and she felt like there was some type of actual harassment in the workplace, to where she came and cried to her members and cried to her audience about a man being inappropriate in the workplace environment with her, and about how she felt threatened and everything when she went to work. Do y'all remember that when that happened? Big Mama, I'm just telling you what these documents show. Okay, Big Mama, you remember J.Dunn on the first day. I remember when she told this story because I remember so many people clicking that link and consoling her and telling her she don't need to worry about it. She should not be treated that way at work. The man was out of order. The man was out of line. All this kind of stuff. Only for this lady to be bringing out receipts, which could or could not be cases related to the nest that we know on YouTube. But it's a case against the employer. I screenshotted to get that employer information. I'm not going to do anything with it. I just wanted it for my record. And the suit was filed on January 7th, 2025, according to those documents that she was showing over there, Judge Fifi. And it just made me wonder if those things cross in together. Big Mama, Big Mama, she said, I knew she was lying, talking about he reached over her and brushed against her breast. That because when I heard her, when I heard Judge Fifi with that records, and I was just, my brain was just thinking, I'm just like, wait a second, I remember this story being told. And see, Dr. Sophie remember too. So I don't know what's true and what's not true, but I do know that it was some documents and receipts that were brought up over there. And again, that was just part one. Part one. It definitely give you something to think about. But again, when there was a whole issue like this and somebody is trying to expose you and it ain't nothing but frivolous lawsuits about this company and this doctor and that doctor and this employer and that employer, but then the only lawsuit that I could see is your mama suing you, y'all, it just seemed like a whole messed up thing. Which is another reason why I wonder if that's the reason why she spoke that law enforcement at Jay Wilson's, because maybe she on another stint to have a money grab up off me. But oh no, there won't be no money grab up off me. Not with these receipts that I have of what you did to my homeowners association. Ain't no money grab up off me. None. Not none. Now these people over here in my homeowners association, they would love to have the information that I have. Especially if there is any even talks about them being harassed with phone calls or emails or anything abnormal that they have never had happen in the 10 years that I've been living here. But all of a sudden, out of 10 years that I've been living here, some stuff started to happen abnormally, and I'm notified about the stuff happening abnormally. Then I'm giving all the information that I got. Every single ounce of information that I got. And then those people that was doxxed to your 17,000 subscribers, they might need to go ahead and contact law enforcement. They might need to go ahead and contact law enforcement. You understand how that works? Just even somebody to be so arrogant to think that they could go against the whole homeowners association as if these people don't have money. It's a whole company association. Yes, they got money. Just Lovely said that's broke hole behavior. You know, Just Lovely, it is. It is. But, you know, That's what came out over there at the expose of Judge Fifi's. And again, it's her backup channel. I think it's called, if y'all want to try to look it up y'allself, I think y'all need to look up Judge Fifi Unleashed. I want to say it's Judge Fifi Unleashed. Let me try to look in my phone to make sure. Just in case y'all want to just double check it for yourselves. Because I definitely don't want to be here like spreading misinformation or anything like that. That's not my goal. It is that channel. Yep. It is Judge Fifi TV. Judge Fifi TV Unleashed. Judge Fifi TV Unleashed. And you'll be able to go over there and see all these documents that she was pulling up. And that way you could just make a judgment for yourself. Good morning, Jinx. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. Y'all be able to make a determination for yourselves. See what y'all think about it. Because I was like, whoa. I said, this crazy. And please like my video, y'all, if y'all haven't. I said, this mess is crazy right here. This mess is absolutely crazy. But yeah, so, that's the main things that I saw. I'm looking here. Let me see what my likes look like. Oh, all of y'all up in here and y'all ain't liking the video? I know y'all got to be kidding me. Are y'all being lazy? What's going on this morning? Let me go out of my video and come back in. I know I ain't been talking to y'all for over an hour and y'all ain't even liking the damn video. Or maybe y'all some mad finesses just up in here hate watching. Maybe y'all just some mad finesses that's up in here hate watching, but y'all can't be mad at me. I mean, hell, she was messing with my channel. Shakim messed with my channel. Intrinsic messed with my channel. Who else? Shakim, Ness, and Intrinsic. Them three most definitely mess with my channel. Many of the rest use the content and use my likeness and use my image from my channels. But now they mad because she lost her channel? Well, how they say? You play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Like, why would you even be trying to mess with my channel and I ain't bothering y'all? Why do all that? Why do all that? Good morning, JL, and thank you for the like. Y'all, please go ahead and like the video. It's still too many of y'all up in here that ain't like the video. Go ahead and like the video. Otherwise, y'all gonna have to force me to stop talking. I mean, what's the point of me to entertain y'all this morning for free on my day off where I could be sleeping in? But I woke up to come here and give y'all something to listen to this morning, and at least to tell y'all what y'all missed. I'm trying to give y'all a roadmap to where y'all need to go, what y'all need to see. Good morning, Ayana. Ayana said, I did notice Brooke Trends and her moms are nowhere around. Well, I will say, I think I talked to Malik on Trish's yesterday, but that was a different live than the live that I was talking about earlier. But Malik was on Trish panel, yes, he was. But I ain't seen Brooke. But then I noticed that Rodney came back and Rodney was trying to drag everybody. And I'm like, Rodney, how you trying to drag these women? And I think Rodney is still as hell because Rodney came back not knowing a thing about anything and tried to drag 88 and the lady Judge Fifi. Now, Rodney, you don't know these women well enough to be trying to jump up in there and drag them. But he did. Y'all know Rodney be on ready and on go to jump into a fight in order to fight a woman. Y'all know that's what he loved to do. That's his favorite thing to do. That's one of his favorite things to do is to jump on a woman. He said he be jumping on the woman to defend Ness, but it's like you've been disappeared for about the last 2 or 3 weeks, and then now you're gonna jump in and jump on these women that you don't even know. Right, Jinx. Yeah, he did cry a river when he was doxxed. That's why I'm just like, I think some of them just be so blindlessly fighting. It's crazy. He did it, and same thing with Lil Buckwheat. Same thing with Lil Buckwheat. I don't even know why all these people keep saying that the beef sector is afraid of me. Ain't nobody scared of me, y'all. And I ain't scared of nobody. Even though somebody up in the chat, one chat where I was on the panel said I was scared of 88. I'm not scared of 88. 88 don't bother me and I don't bother her. I think the problem is we have to learn to pick our battles. 88 don't bother me. I don't bother her. Judge Fifi ain't bother me. I don't bother her. Why in the hell would I pick a fight with them? Why? Because why? Then they was like, well, the beef, Rodney said the beef sector. Now he said he ain't a part of the beef sector. Let's start there. Now that things done got hot in the kitchen for Ness, now Rodney did a live yesterday talk about how he ain't beef sector. Now, for the last year and a half, he done been whining and crying to be beef sector, but now that it done got hot for Ness, now he doing a live saying he ain't beef sector, but he still want to drag the people. But he think it's okay for him to drag the people because he ain't beef sector. Ain't he an idiot? He is a fool, y'all. Just a plumb fool. He said that he ain't beef sector now, which he never was, in my opinion. Never was. But it's like you gonna try to jump in to help her fight, but then say what you ain't and all this, but then you don't whine the crowd to beat. And it just seemed like some punk mess. It just seemed like very, very coward mess. It's cowardly to me. Just seemed like you ready to hide behind, but I guess you ain't got nobody to hide behind now. But so they did a whole panel yesterday doing like a support group for Ness where she cried about her channel, and well, she didn't really cry real tears, but she complained and whined to them about it. I can't remember if Brooke had hit that panel or not. Please like my video if y'all haven't. I can't remember if Brooke hit that panel or not, y'all. But I do know that they had like a long talk about it. So now he want to get right on out of Dodge. But in the process of trying to denounce the beef sector, oh, and also he did say, this is what he said, y'all. This is what he said. He said that the beef sector should be ashamed of themselves, and I'm paraphrasing. But he said we should be ashamed of ourselves because we allowed them two women to come in and attack Ness. He said that the beef sector should have chased them two women out. He said the beef sector should not have been sitting around allowing them two women to get at Ness. That's what he said. I guess he wanted the beef sector to jump up and jump into Ness's fight, a fight that Ness created. No, Rodney, 2.0 need to be fighting this battle. Beef sector OGs don't need to be fighting nothing with this. 2.0, you, the minions, y'all need to be fighting this. Not no beef sector OGs, no. That's one of the biggest problems around here that I've seen. People don't understand how to respect people. I don't disrespect people unless somebody disrespected me. I ain't seen these women disrespecting me. These women ain't did nothing towards me. But Rodney thinks that the beef sector needs to jump on them because of this. But remember, Rodney also thought that the beef sector needs to jump on me because of this too. Remember when Rodney had wanted the beef sector to jump on me and everybody need to cancel me? Don't let me up on the panel. Don't let me do this. Don't let me do that. But then now Ness ain't even got a panel. Now she on everybody else's panel. Remember how Ness used to always complain about me being on this panel and that panel, even though I was minding my business. But she ain't like that I was on this person's panel, that person's channel. And now she has resorted to having to be on panels. And now he want everybody to come and fight for Ness. I guess because Ness was always fighting all the men for him, now he feel like he needs to sound the alarm to the beef sector, which I don't know why he think that we gonna follow anything that he said. Please like the video. I don't know why he feel like we need to follow or do anything that he said to do on behalf of Ness. Because at the end of the day, Rodney over there blaming Pizarro, saying it's Pizarro's fault that Queen 88 came. Is it though? Is it really Pizarro's fault that Queen 88 came over here? Then he's saying that Queen 88 came over here and then Queen 88 brought Judge Fifi and all of this. But is it Pizarro's fault? Because I know during the merger, I first knew of Queen 88 from Buddy Lee's. I was over there supporting Buddy Lee and Lady Law. And I used to go to Buddy Lee's Tuesday and Friday show. I used to religiously go to that show. Back then, during that merge, Lady Law used to have a show on Monday, and her show was called something Monday. Because she used Monday and she spelled it like M-U-N-N, day. But I can't remember the name of it because she ain't did that show in so long. But Lady Law used to have a Monday show every Monday. Buddy Lee would have his Turn Up Tuesday or whatever it was called, and then he would have his Fuck Shit Friday every Friday. And I used to watch those shows. It was because of me watching those shows and supporting them. Good morning, Joyce Goodwin. Good morning to Lee Pepper. Please like the video on your way in. Y'all, it seems like it's a lot of hate watchers and finessers up in here that's not liking my video at all. And so that's why my likes look pitiful, even though they up in here listening to everything I gotta say. So like my video. But that's how I found out about Queen 88. Because Buddy Lee had started promoting a twerk competition on his show. And he promoted that twerk competition for a while leading up to it. And once he gave all the details, he essentially said that the twerk competition was happening on the members only show and that you had to be a member to attend. I remember becoming a member to that channel for the twerk competition. I think the admission to become a member might have been about $5. Which at that time, we were still somewhat up in the pandemic, y'all. So the $5 that was paid for that type of entertainment when you was pretty much stuck up in your house trying not to get sick with the 19, I paid my $5 and I was there and I witnessed everything. But at that particular point, I didn't know who was who that was dancing. I just knew that I got this membership and I'm there. Had no idea that was Queen 88. But either way, I say all that to say that Pizarro didn't bring Queen 88 in. Many of us knew of her already because we were networking with other people in the different sectors. We were networking with others up in the different sectors. So now Rodney want to put the blame on Pizarro that Pizarro brought them in, all because Ness got. All because Ness didn't control her panel. All because Ness didn't do what she needed to do as a responsible channel holder and content creator. All because Ness allowed some bull mess to go down up on her platform, and she ended up getting verified and accurate flags to her video that took her video down, which ultimately took her channel down. Then now Rodney want the beef sector to jump on these ladies. I ain't jumping on nobody. And anybody that even dare to tell me that I'm scared of 88 or Judge Fifi, you're crazy. You're trying to bait people into fighting Ness's battle. This is Ness battle. Ness mess with these people. Ness mess with these people. And now, Rodney, you coming out here messing with these people. So if they start messing with you, then I don't think that you need to think that the beef sector should help you either. No, 2.0 need to be helping Ness. That's who need to help her. I mean, hell, now she finally over there up on y'all platforms 24/7. because she ain't got her own. Ain't it funny? Ain't it funny that her main objective, all of their main objective, was to try to get me banished off YouTube, to get my channel taken? Oh, she doesn't need to be on YouTube. She has so many victims on here. She got so many victims on YouTube. They need to take her away. The court shouldn't even allow her to be here. Blah, 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 blah. Only for I returned it right back to sender. And guess who don't have a channel now? Ness. I actually saw one support up in my comment section that was asking me about the return to sender. She was like, J.Dunn, she said, J.Dunn, that return to sender, she said, I heard you talking about it. She said, but there might be something really to that. She said, because I've been sitting back in the cut watching, and a lot of this, what you said about the things that they plotted on you, and you returned it back to them, she said that she's seeing it. She's saying that she's seeing it happen. She asked me about the return to sender and about my video that I had posted about it, which the video is still up in my shorts. I told her my video was still there because I promise you, all of that negativity that they were shooting at me, y'all know they were shooting a whole lot of it at me. I just returned it back to them, and I'm legitimately watching it unfold. Please like the video if you haven't. I'm legitimately watching it unfold around me, and all I could do when I just see this stuff happening, I'm just like, wow. Because at the end of the day, not even 2 weeks ago, Ness and the Finesses was plotting on the downfall of my channel. Ness and the Finesses was plotting on the downfall of my channels, to strip my channels, to strike my channels, whatever they need to do to get me taken off YouTube, all of this, only for all of that plotting and scheming to go back on her. She really needs to stop a lot of that negativity, and I hope her finesse is paying attention, because I returned it to send it to y'all too. Yeah, all of y'all. All of y'all, not just her, all of y'all. Y'all, I had to put y'all on mute so that I could stretch out my legs and stuff. I was sitting here up on the sofa, but was sitting in Indian style. Some people call it crisscross applesauce, but I don't know why people call it that. But I was sitting here just with my laptop in my lap with my legs folded like that. But y'all, I done been sitting like that for almost an hour and a half. It's time for me to stretch my legs. Top. But let me see what else I gotta say to y'all. Oh, let me see what the comment said. Was Rodney outraged when Shaquem, an outsider, false flag Lemon? Yeah, shut up, Rod. Ness made her bed, let her lay in it. Correct. Jinx said, what's crazy is that they are wanting Pizarro to help them, but at the same time want everyone to forget they were just threatening her channel a few days ago. Jinx, actually, Ness was on Uppity. Was it Saturday night? Yeah, I think it was Saturday night. Yeah, it was Saturday night. Ness was on Uppity's channel threatening Pizarro's channel. But now, now they want Pizarro to take Queen 88 and them back. And want the beef sector OGs and everybody to jump in and defend Ness and all that. No. Didn't Ness just think that she was, oh, you see it that way now? Girl, that's how I always sit, Just Lovely. I don't know why, but I barely sit with my feet on the floor. Hey, I've always said like that as a little girl. I just wonder if that's just like the way that I am. But it's rare when I'm at home and I'm comfortable. My feet don't be touching the floor. I pull my feet up in the Indian style, crisscross applesauce. And I do that because I can put my feet on my sofa. But like if I'm at somebody else's house, then I have to just sit, I have to sit proper. Because I'm not gonna be putting my feet on nobody else's couch. Unless I'm asleep. Then I'll put my feet up on your couch. But just for me to just come up in your house and just sit all willy-nilly with my feet up on your couch, I ain't gonna do all that. My mama taught me some manners, y'all. Contrary to popular belief, she taught me manners. But yeah, so I honestly contribute Dimples with her silly doxing over there up on this channel. Dimples is to blame about why I was able to have something to get Ness on for her channel in relation to her video. And then also that language that was used. That was another thing. Jinx said, what happened to starting their own sector? Well, that probably is out the window, because how they gonna start their own sector when the head of the snake was chopped off? They was gonna start their own sector as long as they had Ness and her 17,000 subscribers to help them. You notice how confident they was about starting their own sector and everything. Y'all, once that channel got taken from up underneath Ness, now they running around like chickens with their heads cut off. Now they running around like chickens with their heads cut off. And let me go ahead and put my my thing here. Y'all, if y'all wanna be a content creator and y'all want to get StreamYard, y'all can use my referral link to become a StreamYard content creator. They told me to promote this, and they said that if I promote this, then I could get a discount on my StreamYard. So I said, well, let me go ahead and drop this. It's right here. Let me drop it. Please like my video if you haven't. On one hand, I want to drop my link, but then on another hand, I'm like, do I really feel like it? I love being able to be a one-woman show. Just Lovely said, how can they start a new sector when the content will be focused on beef sector players? Your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is truly as good as mine. Let me get my link. I'll put the link here. I'm always like really, really fickle about my link, y'all, because I don't know. Sometimes whenever I be here, I just be ready to just say what I got to say, and then I'll be ready to go. But then I have to remind myself that today is a holiday, so it ain't like I got to rush away. I don't have to rush off. So I'll put it here for a few minutes just to see. But that's one of the things, too, I love about being a one-woman show, is that I ain't got to worry about too much. So, yeah, the people are talking about how people scared to go live, people private in all their lives, people doing all this. I'm not scared to go live. I mean, if you following the community guidelines properly, then why would you be scared to go live? If you are following the rules, if you are doing what you're supposed to do, if you are being a responsible channel holder and doing what needs to be done, there should be no reason for you to be scared to go live. There should be absolutely no reason, and there should be no reason for you to be private in your video unless you got something to hide. Like what I said in my video, long ago were the days where you could just allow people to do all this fighting and fussing up on your panel while you just sit there and collect an AdSense check. Long ago were the days. And ain't it funny, too, that the 21st was on Tuesday? Was it Tuesday? No, the 21st was Wednesday. The 21st was Wednesday. Ness tried to make all these jokes about my AdSense and how don't nobody watch me, how I don't get an AdSense check, all of this hogwash. And I guess she didn't even realize that was going to possibly be the last AdSense check that she would get. She said don't nobody watch me, but look, at least I got a channel for them to watch. Don't nobody watch me, but at least I got a channel for them to come here and watch in the morning. At least I got a clean channel for them to come over here and watch. Jinx said, not to mention their commentary must align with Ness. Just Lovely said, I would, but I still have that just woke up voice. Some panel shows is Temu content. Oh, Lee Pepper said hit the like. Yeah, thank you, Lee Pepper. But no, that's fine, Just Lovely. I just put it there because I got a little extra time. That's all. Once I finish with y'all, like I said at the beginning of this live, y'all, I was thawing out my ribs. So once I'm actually done with this, I got to go and rinse my ribs, wash them off and everything. And then I'm going to do a dry rub. I'm going to put a dry rub on them. And I'm probably going to let that dry rub sit on them for probably about 3 or 4 hours. Then once I let that dry rub kind of marinate and seep through for about 3 or 4 hours in the refrigerator, Then I'm going to throw them bad boys up in the Instant Pot. You heard me? That's what I'm going to do. Which, y'all, I have been wanting to get a grill. I've been wanting to get a grill probably for about the last 3 or 4 years. But the reason why I've not gotten a grill is because I do live in condos. And y'all, I remember one time I was out there at the pool. And it was around the time for a holiday, but I can't remember what holiday it was, y'all. And I remember being in the pool. There was a whole bunch of us in the pool, different people, my neighbors and all this. And it was somebody that lived in the condos here that had their grill outside on their patio, y'all. They lived on the first floor now. So imagine them trying to grill meat in the barbecue grill on their patio, but right up above is the other people's patio that live on the second floor. And up above that is the other people's patio that's on the third floor. Third level. Long story short, y'all, that fire has started growing in that grill. And I think they had just kind of put the charcoal and put the fuel out there and threw the fire. And I guess they must have went inside to do whatever they was doing while the fire was growing. Y'all, we watched that fire grow and it almost touched the patio, the balcony of the people above them. Y'all, that fire grew that high that it almost touched that one. And I was so scared it was about to set some on fire. By that point, we all up in the pool or at the pool area looking over there, seeing this flame just growing and growing and growing. Somebody ended up having to call the fire department. And the fire trucks had to come. And they came with the sirens and all this kind of stuff. And they ended up having to extinguish that grill. I don't even know what ended up happening to the person that did that. Like, I don't know if they got a fine from the homeowners association. I don't know if they got in trouble. I don't know what happened, but I do know that they just left the grill right there and that fire was growing. Could have burnt the whole condos down if it would have had caught that balcony up top. Oh, Michelle said they have closed the grill top. Oh, yeah, they had it open. So, yeah, that happened. And when I saw that happen, y'all, that right there made me really, really hesitant to get a grill. Because heaven forbid, I would hate for anything like that to happen while I'm trying to be out there grilling. I ain't got time. I don't have time for something like that to happen or have a freak accident and have something up on my conscience. I do not have time. Hell yeah, I pay for renter's insurance, but I pay for the renter's insurance not with the intent to use it. Because we were in the pool, enjoy life. We were in the pool, and this particular apartment was like, or this particular condo area was like across the way from the pool. So we was all in the pool area. But if you in the pool area, you could look around and you could see the condos that surround it. So I don't think anybody was thinking that they was just about to jump out of the pool and go knock on somebody's door because of some carelessness that they did. No, just call the fire department. Because, yeah, I think you would have to see it. But I'm sure that most of the people that saw me when I used to do my swimming videos on my other channel, y'all would kind of see the proximity. Those that watch me swim on that channel, y'all would see the proximity of like some of these condos, like what I'm talking about. Sometimes you could be a distance away. And by the time you get out the pool, go up the stairs, go out of the gated area of the pool, then walk all the way around to get to the road part, just to be able to walk to where that person's thing is, girl, easily you done wasted about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes just doing all that. So yeah, that's what they had to do. But then one of my friends here too, She and her wife, they done got divorced, which I hate that they got divorced, but it was for the best. But I used to love going over there by them because they used to grill. They actually had a really nice house in Stone Mountain. And they house in Stone Mountain, y'all, we used to set up the grill and everything. And her wife used to marinate the chicken. We used to do chicken legs, y'all. Her wife, it was something about the way her wife marinated the fuck out of that chicken, y'all. And then me and my friend would be out there on the grill grilling the chicken. And y'all, I feel like that was like the best chicken I ever had. And I don't even be eating chicken like that. I try to do fish, shrimp for the most part. I had these ribs up in my freezer because they was buy one get one at Publix. And so this my last thing of the ribs. But the way they used to make that chicken, girl. And that was the thing. When her and her wife divorced, y'all, ain't that fucked up that the main thing that I thought about was, damn, who gonna marinate the chicken now? Oh, when they got a divorce, I asked my friend, I'm like, damn. I said, who in the hell is gonna marinate the chicken? You ain't gonna miss the chicken? Which, that's how you gotta know my mindset, because I'm like, who gonna stay up in the marriage? Who gonna stay up in the marriage that they not happy in? But staying up in the marriage just because that woman know how to marinate and season the damn chicken. Because I'm like, you ain't gonna be able to do it like her. I said, was you watching her when she used to do the chicken? Because ain't no way that you gonna be able to do it like she did. Hey, Corinne. Yeah, I'm telling you, that was the best chicken I ever had. I ain't even lying. I ain't even lying. But either way, oh, yeah, be good times. Be good times out here. Y'all, that was one thing. I was over there at Tulsa's the other day, and Dimples was up in Tulsa's chat, and Dimples was trying to give me trouble talking about when the last time I went home and I'm lonely and I don't have no family. I'm thinking to myself, Dimples, shut the hell up. I guess Dimples feel like that the only way I'm supposed to spend time with my family is for me to go to Mississippi. I guess Dimples don't understand that my family come to Atlanta. I guess Dimples don't understand that I have a family full of professionals, and sometimes they have to be here. Then I would meet with them here. A couple of my cousins actually moved out here after I moved out here. But my thought is, why in the hell is Dimples trying to clock what I do with my family? Why she worried? She needs to be worried about her family and that grandma and grandpa that don't want her to be transgender. Don't worry about my family time with my family and friends. Worry about your grandma and grandpa that's about to leave you out the wheel because you trying to be a woman. That's what you need to worry about. Yeah. But I think that's it. I don't think I got nothing else to say to y'all. I think I'm done. I'm just I was saying that I was gonna try to at least get to 7:30, and I'm at 7:35 now. Well, it's 7:35 right now. So that's good. So I done been here for a little while. Plus, let me look at my likes, see what y'all did for my likes this morning. Okay, y'all got me to 72 likes. Well, that's good. Even though it's 200 and some of y'all up in here. Just Lovely said, when I was away, I missed my family and came back home. See, Just Lovely, the thing is, though, because I've been living here for over 10 years, like I would say, I used to run back and forth home at least a couple of times a year, probably about my first 5 or 6 years living here. But then after the first 5 or 6 years, once the pandemic happened, then I just had to kind of settle in, and I just kind of settled in. Some of my relatives, like my uncles and aunties, they'll come out here. Like I think I had showed y'all a couple of years ago when they came for the Braves game. We went to the Braves game together. And then another time they came out here for Thanksgiving because, like I said, one of my other cousins live out here, so they came for Thanksgiving. We met up in Huntsville at one other relative's house for a holiday because they live in Huntsville, Alabama. And I was like, well, Dimples, even if I brought my family or talked about my family on here, I said, what, you just, all you gonna want to do is dox them. So why the fuck you give a damn? Like, bitch, why you care? Kareem said, how far are away from home is your hometown? So my hometown is about, I would say it's about a 6-hour drive, maybe 6.5 hours. But then it depends on who driving and how fast you drive. I got one cousin that could get us home in 5 hours. I'll be having my seatbelt on and my eyes closed. You hear me? My seatbelt be on and my eyes be closed. But see, for me, all of my ex-girlfriends always used to make fun of me and said that I drive like a momo. One of my exes used to say it like that because she's from Louisiana. She said, you drive like a momo, which I guess is a grandmother. Because y'all, I do the speed limit. I don't give a damn. Look, I ain't in a rush. I ain't trying to get no ticket. I don't want no accident. I don't want none of that. So I do the speed limit. So sometimes it could take about 6.5 hours, maybe 7 hours, depending. And then y'all can't forget, whenever I would travel home, I'm always traveling with my dog. What's good today? I be traveling with my dog too. Like before I had Zulu, I had my dog KJ, and we would definitely have to stop to let KJ use the restroom and all this. I stop for the restroom. I would have to fill up my gas tank and then just let him walk around and use the bathroom, make sure he don't have no accident up in the car, that type of thing. And then we'll just go on the rest of the way. So yeah, it just depends. Today said, one time my grandma told me to pull over. She can walk home faster. Girl, no. She could walk home faster. I be really cautious about that when it comes to the accidents. I do. Yeah, please like the video, y'all. I be so cautious about that because I ain't got time. Then not only that, I was just already telling y'all about Judge Fifi and talking about how the Ness documents allegedly that came from Ness allegedly that she is suing all the chiropractor and suing the insurance company and suing all these people about a damn accident. Y'all, I don't want their problems. Well, I gotta sue somebody about an accident. I don't even want one. Y'all, I don't. If I had my way, I would love to be the only person on the road. And to be honest, when I go home, y'all, it depends on what time you go, how quickly you can get there. Usually, whenever I'm going home to Mississippi, I would probably leave. Me and my friend, one of my friends would ride with me often. And we would typically leave about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. If we leave at about 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, we typically in my hometown by about noon, which would then be like 11 their time. You get to pass through the traffic really easily because you're traveling through the night. Because depending on when you leave, sometimes you can go through Montgomery and into that Montgomery traffic, which is crazy. Or if you're driving through Birmingham, you could get through that Birmingham traffic, and that'd be crazy. That could slow you down, depending on what time you left. So yeah, but I just said the nerve of Dimple's raggedy self trying to worry about me. Don't worry about me. Worry about you. Worry about you. But yeah, well, I guess I'm done talking to y'all. I think I am. So probably what I'm about to do is, like I said, go ahead and put this dry rub up on my ribs. Oh, Jinx said not too much on Montgomery now. Girl, Montgomery traffic be something else. I ain't even lying. But I will say Montgomery did the damn thing whenever y'all had fought over there at the pier. Where the black people had jumped on them folk and fought them. I wasn't too proud of Montgomery before, but after that, I was proud of y'all. If that's where you're from, I was proud of y'all after that, Jinx. Just Lovely said, my friend has a Porsche Panorama, and I'd be like, what's the point, Pop Pop? He drives so slow. They say I be driving slow, girl. That's what they say. But yeah, let me see if anybody else is on here. Let's see if I can set up a redirect for somebody else. Let's see what's going on out here. Let's see what is going on out here. Oh. So Cold Raggedy Self is live. But let me see if it's anybody else besides him. I don't see nobody else besides him, y'all. Big Mama said, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. And Just Lovely said, I love that. Swinging them chairs. Girl, Montgomery had showed out when they did all that. I was like, what in the hell? But I was so proud of them. I was just like, oh my goodness. And y'all, that right there was like up in the height of I think when that mess had transpired, y'all, that was whenever I was on probation and everything. I said, ain't this about a B? I said, you can't even go to the pier and mind your own damn business without people coming and acting up. I said, anybody that's on probation, you got to avoid that like the plague. I said, imagine being caught up out there. Just on the whim, not even because you did something wrong, but just because you end up being at the wrong place at the wrong time and the people want to act up like that, and not a police coming through snatching people up and all this kind of stuff where you got to go and duck and dodge the law because you had to be out there fighting some people that was trying to be racist. Girl, that was some scary times. I was like, oh no. I'm so glad that ain't something that I got to deal with. I said, I'm so glad. Y'all, I was going to try to redirect y'all to code, but I think I can't find them up in here, and I just think, nah. If y'all want to go see code, y'all will see code, but I'm definitely going to go over there. Oh, thank you, Bella. And thank you, Bloop. Thank you to everybody. Lee Pepper said, my mother is 75. I have to keep track of her. She be around the corner. Why is it taking you so long to get home? Yeah. Kareem said, I'm in Columbia, South Carolina for summer break. I need to find the hot spots. I feel that. But yeah, y'all. Well, thank y'all for joining me this morning. At least I was able to help the people who did have to work today. Y'all, I don't have to work today. So yeah, I'm probably going to go ahead and get my ribs in order. And then I'm probably just going to relax for a little bit for a few hours. Might take me a little nap. Who knows? Right now, I can tell y'all that it don't even look sunny out there. I mean, the sun is out, but it looked gloomy out there, which is unfortunate because normally this is when everybody go to the pool. But it's gloomy looking out there. And then I'm wondering, is the water going to be cold? Is the sun going to come out to warm up the water? It's a lot of things that's going through my mind right now about what today is going to look like. But either way, I'm going to press on. Y'all, thank y'all for joining me. Please like the video. If you're catching the replay, like the video, y'all. Thank y'all so much for the continuous support. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Don't stress. If you're at work today, have a great work week or have a great Monday. And then everybody have a great work week. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Don't stress. Bye.